full of.
What's up guys, I'm back with another video, and as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be talking about my mom passing and how I coped with it and how I dealt with it as a young teenage girl. And I'm going to be flat ironing my hair while I'm talking to you guys. I'm sorry if you could barely hear me. I have a fan right here on the floor because it's hot in this restroom, and I record in this restroom because I can make a lot of lighting, and the restroom already has good lighting from their natural light, and I can see myself in the mirror, okay? So that's the only reason I record in the restroom, okay? Alright, so first I'm going to start off with how it all started. So I was 12 years old. I was in middle school. I was in middle school. I went to Bama Middle School. Alright, and me and my niece had just got off the bus, and we were walking home, and she got there before me, so she was already in the house. She already talked to my mom and my sister about what happened. So I went to the house, and when I had got there, she was already in the house and they had locked the door. So I'm like, what the, you know I'm coming up, why would you lock the door? So I knocked on the door, and my sister came to the door, and I was like, what's wrong? What happened? Because her face was like really red, and it looked like she had been crying. So, you know, I was like, what's wrong? What happened? And she was like, nothing. And I was like, something had to happen. Why are you, look like you've been crying? Why are you crying? Like, where's mama? And she was like, mama in the room. She's talking to Asia right now. She'll talk to you when she's done. So I was like, okay. So my niece came out the room, and she was crying too. So I was like, what's wrong? What happened? And she was like, nothing. She wants you to come in there. So my mama had called me in the room, and I had went in the room, and my mama was crying too. So I was like, I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what was wrong. I was young. I didn't really know what to think. I didn't know if one of my other family members had passed away, or if she was just crying because she was stressed out, or she was sad or something. But anyways, long story short, I went in there, and she was like, sit down. My mama was sitting on a black little crate, and so I had sat down in front of her, and I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And she was like, I love you. And I was like, I love you too. Is that why you're crying? And she was like, no. She was like, you remember when we went to the doctor? Because me and my whole family had went to the doctor for my mom previous to this. So, but I didn't really get to talk with them because I was younger, and you know, I didn't really understand what was going on anyway. So I didn't really get a chance to talk with them. So yeah, she was like, you remember we went to the doctor? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, the doctor had told me that I have stage 4 cancer, lung cancer. And I was like, what is that? Like, what is that? Like, I didn't really know what it was. Me and my mom had never really talked about that type of stuff before, because we never thought it would happen to us. So we never sat down and had a discussion about it. Alright, so after that, she told me, and she explained to me what it was, and I just got really, really mad, and I didn't want to talk to her because I was like, you chose cigarettes over me when I need you more than a cigarette or whatever. Like, you know, like, I felt like betrayed. So I didn't talk to her. I was really, sorry, y'all, it's still hot in here. I was really mad at her, and like, I didn't talk to her. And she was like begging me. She was like, please talk to me, you know, come lay by me. And I was like, no, like, I didn't lay by her. I didn't talk to her or nothing. So farther along into her being sick, we ended up moving to downtown Houston because she was in and out the hospital every day. So we moved closer to the hospital where she was in and out every day. So we lived down there for about 2 or 3 months. We had stayed with my cousin. We had lived down there for about 2 or 3 months, and then me and my mama ended up getting our own place. When we moved into our own place, that's when everything went downhill. My mama had to get a hospice nurse. If some of you guys don't know what a hospice nurse is, a hospice nurse is a nurse that comes, and they basically don't live with you, but they're there almost 24/7 50% of the time they're in the house with you and they're monitoring the sick patient. So, sorry, somebody had 6 months. Okay, so anyways, this baby is moving and it's making me mad. Okay, but anyways, yeah, so the hospice nurse had got there and she was like monitoring my mama. They had turned my mama a whole bedroom into a hospital room, basically. It had the hospital bed, it had the oxygen tanks, the life support system, it had everything up in there. And it was just really weird to me. It was really creepy. I didn't really like it. And yeah, so okay, long story short, after that, some months after that, a month or two after that, my mom, it was summertime. My sister and her girlfriend had moved in with us, and my sister's girlfriend's son was they were taking him swimming. So I was like, I want to go too. Like, can I go swimming with y'all? Can I go swimming with y'all? And she was like, you gotta go ask mama. And I was like, okay. So I went in there and I went to go ask my mom. And when I went in there, I was like, mama, hey, mama. And my mama like raised up, like she was laying down on her bed, and she raised up really, really fast, and she was like, what? I know you see me trying to breathe. And I was like, what? And I got like really scared, and I like bust out crying. I ran to my sister, and I was about to tell my sister, and I told her, and she was like, it's okay, you can come with us, So I was like, why didn't you just say that in the first place, or why didn't you go talk to mama, like ask her yourself, because that traumatized me. But anyways, yeah, I put on my bathing suit and we had went swimming, and we came home a little bit later, and my mom's friend was there. Her name was, I would put this woman's name because this woman helped me when I was younger. Her name was Miss Heidi. She was not being racist or nothing, but she was a real old white lady, and she like talked me through the whole thing. After my mama died, she really helped me a lot. She made me see that there is a God and there's stuff there, okay? So, we came home and my mama was up out of her bed and she was dancing. That's the first time in months that my mom had got out that hospital bed and was up moving around, dancing, laughing, talking, playing, interacting. Like, that woman was a spiritual goddess. Like, she helped my mama a lot, and we were just like so happy. I was happy because I was like, you're getting better. I felt like she was getting better. I felt like everything, all the bad stuff was over. I thought that our family was gonna go back to normal. Everything was gonna be back how it was. You know, I was gonna have my mama back. Okay, but that wasn't the case. So, some weeks after that, or like the next day, we were in the living room, and the hospice nurse had came back, and she was like, yeah, I just want to talk to you guys, and I want to tell you guys like the update on your mom and like everything that's happening. And since we had just seen my mom like dancing and stuff, we were like, yes, they're gonna be like, she's getting better, everything is gonna be okay, like everything is gonna be okay. Still wasn't the case. So yeah, the hospice nurse was like, I just want to tell you guys that your mom has like 6 to 5 weeks to live. And like, I just looked up at my sister and I was like, but mama was just happy. She was just dancing. She was just moving around. Like, she don't look like she's about to die anytime soon. And the hospice nurse was like, yeah, so you guys go ahead and start getting everything that y'all need together about like her passing and like what you guys are gonna do when she passes away and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so after that, like, I didn't even know what to think. Like, I was just like, you know, maybe this is something that's gonna happen and it's gonna happen for real. Like, cause at first I was like, I didn't really think a person could come into your life and tell you how long you have lived with a person you've known your whole life. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, after that, the hospice nurse had left or whatever, and like, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. The hospital nurse had left, and like we were watching this little boy. His name, I'm not gonna expose his name because it's not my place, but we're watching this little baby. He was really, really little. I think he was like 2, 3, 4 months. We were watching him. Me and my sister were watching him, and no, or 1. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, so after that, like I had went to go sleep in my mom's room because I went to sleep in the room with my sister, but her, like I said, her girlfriend was there and her girlfriend's son was there. So, you know, there was too many people in that one little room. I could have slept in the living room. I don't know why I didn't sleep in the living room, but I didn't. Okay, anyway, so, yeah, I had slept in that room with my mom. She had 2 hospital beds in her room at the time. And I had slept in the one by the room door. Like, the room door was, like, right in front of the bed. Alright, so I was asleep, and I woke up to my mom screaming, like, a scream, a horrifying, horrible scream, like someone was stabbing her, or she got shot, or it was just a horrible scream. Alright, so I woke up and I looked over to her, and my mama was hanging out the edge of the bed, like her whole body. The only thing that was left on the bed was her legs. Like she was hanging upside down. That's scary. I know it sounds scary and stuff, but imagine what it looked like to me. So, now mind you, my mama was really, really weak. So for me to see that, it's like, how are you holding yourself up? Like, what's holding you up? Like, it was scary. Okay, so I ran out the room and I went to go get my sister. My sister went in the room and she picked my mama up and she put my mama back on the bed. I kid you not, 2 seconds after my mama laid on that bed, she was knocked out. Like, she had never was screaming, like she never felt like the bed, like none of that happened. She was knocked out, like dead sleep. So it was scary to me. My sister let me come stay in there for a little bit, and I woke up, and I guess my sister had put me back inside the room with my mom, or maybe it was a dream. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a dream though. I was in the room with my mom. Okay, so again, some hours had went by, and I woke up to my mama calling my name. She was like, Kaylin. And I woke up, I sat up in the bed, and I turned to her, and I was like, yes. And she was like, go get my tray from that lady at the door. I'm like, I look in front of me, and the door, like, is open, and it's like dark inside the living room. And I'm like, mama, it's nobody there. Like, what tray are you talking about? Like, it's no lady at the door. And she like, go get my tray from that woman. Go get my tray from that woman. And I'm like, I'm freaking scared. Like, scared beyond belief. Like, what woman? What are you talking about? Who's there? Like, what are you seeing that I can't see? So she's like, go get the tray. And like, she just started screaming it. And like, I just laid back and I just started crying. And like, she sat up and she was pointing to the door and she was like, get that tray right now. Get that tray, get that tray. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is some scary shit. This is scary. All right, then she picked up her phone and she was holding her phone in front of her. And like, she just got silent and she started staring at her phone, and she got her Gatorade and she poured it onto her phone, and she was like, I told you to shut up. Go get the tray. I told you to shut up. And like, she just kept on screaming at the phone. And I just laid there and I just cried and I just stared at her until she finally laid back down and she went to sleep. I don't remember what happened after that. All I remember is I woke up the next day and I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, I'm never sleeping in here again. I can't do it. Like, it was too scary. So I talked to my sister. My sister was like, okay, I know you're scared. Like, you don't have to sleep in there no more or whatever. You can come in there and sleep with us. Okay, so I sat outside her room door that day and I just stared at her. I stared at her for like an hour and I cried. And I was just looking at her because I couldn't even recognize my own mom. I didn't recognize her at all. She didn't look like herself. She hadn't eaten. She hadn't drunk nothing. She hadn't talked, really, like, talked to us. She was talking to her sleep and stuff, or like when she wake up in the middle of the night and scream and yell. But like she hadn't really like talked to us. We hadn't like really engaged with her. We didn't. It was just like none of that. It was just like nothing. Like we didn't. It was nothing. So yeah, I just stared at her and like she was just like sitting there asleep. Her mouth was wide open. Drool was hanging out her mouth. Like she was like gone. Like she wasn't dead yet, but y'all understand what I'm saying? Like when you look at somebody and like you could tell they're drained of their spiritual bodies, just like their body just there. That's how it was. So yeah, fast forward back to the baby, because we hadn't watched the baby yet. Now we watched the baby. We was watching the baby, and we had took him downstairs to go sorry y'all, these lights look like they was flickering. I got kind of scared. Okay, but anyways, we had took him downstairs to go to his mama, because his mama had just came to come pick him up, and we had took him downstairs in his car seat till his mom put him in the car. And like 2 seconds, we were down there for like a minute, 2 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever. It wasn't that long. We was down there, and she had the nurse had came out, and she was like, I need to talk to you guys ASAP, like as soon as possible. I need to talk to you guys. So we were walking back. We told the baby bye, and we told his mama bye, and we were walking back up the stairs. And my sister had looked at me, and she was like, I hope mama okay. And I was like, why would you say something like that? That's how I felt. So when I was walking up the stairs, everything started going in slow motion. I was walking back upstairs and everything started going in slow motion. And I was like, what is going on? Like, I didn't know what was going through my head. It was just like so much stuff that was going through my head. I was thinking like, what if she gone? Then all of a sudden I just heard a voice in my ear, and it was like, Kaylin, everything gonna be okay. Everything gonna be okay. And it was my mama's voice. She was like, everything gonna be okay. And I knew that she was gone before we even walked into the house. We walked into the house and our room door was closed. Now mind you, we never closed my room door, ever. Her room door is never closed. We never closed it, like it's never closed. So my sister ran over there and she opened the room door, and she went in there and she closed the door behind her. And when she came out, she was crying. Everything was still going in slow motion for me. So I was still in the process of walking towards my room door. So by the time I got halfway to my room door, my sister came out and she was crying, and I was like, what happened? And she didn't say nothing. So I had ran in my room and I started shaking her. I was like, Mama, wake up, Mama, wake up, Mama, wake up, Mama, wake up, like wake up. The nurse came in there and she grabbed me and she was like, don't shake her, you could break her neck, like don't push her, she's gone, like she's gone. And I just got like numb. I just got like really, really silent. Like I didn't know what to say, I didn't know what to do. Like I was like, yo, like I didn't know what to think. So I left out the room and I went to my sister and I grabbed her and I was holding her, and I was crying a little bit, but I wasn't really crying. I was like in shock. So we had left up out of there. No, we left outside. We left out of there and we went outside and we started calling all of my family, and like everybody came over, my aunties, my cousins, my sisters, my nephews, my great cousins, whatever you want to call them. Everybody was over there. So they all came and they viewed my mama's body. Everybody said their last goodbyes. Everybody was crying and it was crazy. And like I didn't cry. I wasn't crying because I could still, my mama was still talking to me. I know this sounds weird, but she was still talking to me. She was still telling me everything gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So I wasn't crying. I was okay at the time. So one of my cousins came in there and she was like, why you not crying? Your mama just died. And I was like, what? Like, why would you come up to me? I'm 12 years old. Why would you come up to me and tell me, why am I not crying? Like, you should be happy that I'm taking it okay. You should be happy that I haven't possibly tried to hurt myself because I just lost my mama. Like, what are you talking about? So I just brushed that off and I was like, okay, whatever. Then after that, I had went in the restroom with my niece and we were sitting on the floor and we were talking about like everything that mom used to do for us. Like, she was like, I had looked at her and I started crying. I was like, she's never coming back, is she? And she was like, no. She was like, no. She was older than me, so she understood. We're like a year apart. Well, we 6 months apart, but when I'm 19, she's 20. When I'm 20, she's 21, like that. So she was older than me, and she could understand like what was going on more than me. I think I still had like a baby brain, honestly. But yeah, she was just like, no, she's not coming back. And then like we just started crying, and we was reminiscing about everything that used to happen, like when we was at my house and we used to wake up and mom used to come in there and surprise us with stuff, just take us places, and we used to just always have fun, and we just cried together. Cried for a long time in the restroom. And after that, all I remember is being asleep beside my sister. Everybody was gone, and I woke up and I went inside my mama's room. Her light was on, and I went inside her purse. Her purse was in the room. That was the only thing left in the room. They took all the hospital beds out. All the hospital stuff was out of the room. Only thing that was left in that room was mama's purse. So I had went and I had got my purse, and I just started going through it, and I found a bracelet. It was a bracelet that said best friends. I think I had made it from mama when I was little. I can't remember, or I don't know where my mama had got the bracelet from. I just remember it was inside her purse and it said best friends. So I put the bracelet on and I wear a bracelet every single day. Like, every single day. I was so proud of that bracelet. Like, that bracelet brought me so much joy. That little bitty object made me so happy. Alright, so one day I had got off the bus and it was this girl. She used to always pick on me. Like, she used to always mess with me. Always. Every day. But I got off the bus and she was telling me something and I wasn't listening. I was just walking. Like, she was talking about me. She was walking behind me and she grabbed my wrist. And I was like, let me go. And she had, when I pulled my arm back, I guess she was holding on to the bracelet and she ripped the bracelet and the bracelet broke into pieces. And it was all over the ground. And I fell to the ground and I just started trying to pick him up and I was crying. And I was just, everything, like I was just crying. And all I remember is the girl just standing over me and she was just looking at me and she was still talking. I don't remember what she was saying. All I know, I was crying about that bracelet. I was crying hard. I picked up every little piece and I ran home to my sister. And I just felt, no, I ran home. My sister wasn't there, which made it worse. So I ran home and I went inside my room and I was just crying. My sister was at work. I was just crying, I was crying, I was crying, I was crying, I was crying. I felt like giving up. I was like, everything is over. Like, everything is over. Like, I just felt like my whole life had ended. Like, that little bracelet tore my heart into pieces. When it fell into pieces, my heart fell into pieces too. Alright, so I ended up putting that bracelet inside a little jewelry box, and I had it for a long time. I don't remember what happened to the bracelet or what happened to the jewelry box, but I know after it broke, I kept it in a little jewelry box, and I had it for a while. But when we moved, I don't know what happened to it. It got misplaced. Okay, but after that, I went into like a really depressing state where I felt like giving up. I didn't want to be alive no more. I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want nothing. I didn't want to go to school. I was getting bullied at school. People didn't really know that my mama had died. Like, nobody really knew me. They just used to pick on me, like, all the time. Like, all the time. I got bullied a lot, like a whole lot. I was skinny. I didn't have no booty. I didn't have no legs, no thighs, no hips, no boobs, no nothing. I was dark. Believe me or not, if I still had that ID picture, I would show y'all. I was dark, skinny, wore glasses, couldn't dress. My mama didn't let me wear weave because I had hair on my head, but after my mama died, nobody used to comb my hair, so I just used to go to school looking toe up. So yeah, I got bullied a lot. And it got to the point where I had to eventually move schools because it got like really bad. And I was always depressed. I used to always come home and cry. And I used to ask God, like, why would you take my mom? I know I shouldn't question God, but I used to ask him all the time. And I don't know how I cope with it or how to this day that I'm okay with it. I guess my mama is like spiritually in me or something, and I just cope with it. Like, I don't like thinking about it too much. Like, I randomly tell this story. I tell the story to very few people. Like, I've told it to Jacoby before. I've told it to a couple of other people, but I've never really like just told the story about how my mama died and stuff like that. So, but I want to tell you guys so y'all can get to know me a little better and get to know, like, I don't know, just get to know me. So yeah, but yeah, I got to the point where I was really down. Like, I got to the point where I used to always tell myself I'm never getting married because my mama not gonna be there. I'm never having a kid, ever having a kid, because my kid is not about to grow up without a grandma. Even though we gonna have his daddy's grandma, I want him to have my mama. And I was like, I'm never gonna have a kid. I'm never going to prom. I didn't go to prom. And everybody used to ask me, like, why you not going to prom, girl? Prom is what's happening. And I was like, no, like, my mama not here to get me dressed. Mom not here to help me get ready for prom. She's not gonna be here to hear about my prom day. I'm not going to prom. I didn't go to prom. I don't regret not going to prom. I feel like that was a moment that I was supposed to share with my mom, and I didn't get to, so I didn't want to. But the whole baby thing, I eventually changed my mind about that because I feel like I don't know how to explain it, but I know it's a bond that I'm gonna have between my child that can never be broken. The bond that got broken with me and my mom, I know that I can never, I don't know. Parents' love for their kid is very strong, and a lot of y'all know that because a lot of y'all are parents now, and a lot of y'all may not know that, but a lot of y'all know it because y'all got a bond with y'all parents or something like that. But a bond between a parent, a mother and her child, or a father and their child is strong, and I know that that's something that I need, like, now to help me get through my life, because I'm not saying that I'm going through stuff right now, I'm struggling or anything, but some days where you need mental support and you need somebody to keep you up, and I feel like I'm gonna get that from my child. It's days where I feel like giving up and I don't feel like going on. Like yesterday when I was at work, I was like, I'm about to quit this bitch. This ain't for me. Like, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to do this. I just want to be at home. But I start thinking about how I want my future to be and how I want to live and what I want to see, what I want to show my kid in the future and what I want him to grow from and learn from me. So I keep on going. And I know that I'm going to always be there for him. No matter
you taking pictures, know your angles. Ooh, no, it ain't perfect, but we